Yo. Hopefully you all can hear me. Okay. Notification from my phone saying I'm live. Awesome. What's up, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me. I figured that I will always ask that because the one time I don't ask that, I will just start rambling on and people are like, your mic's not working. What's going on? Now, do you believe in fairies? No comment. Hi, so let's see. Hey, Pokemon Trainer. Hey, Russian Wanderer. Ian. Patty, Psycho, Amatai, Darth Madeira, Shay Smithers, and Don McCullen. Welcome all. Welcome those who have not commented at all that are here listening to me ramble on. This is going to be another fun session. Good day, Kaiju no Kami from Mr. Almond and Scorn. Sup. First, just some new stuff we've got going on. Ultraman Leo comes out May 25th, right? Yes, May 25th. Ultraman Zero, the movies, and Ultra Galaxy Monster something or other, or Ultra Monster Galaxy Fight. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Those have both been announced. They come out like 2 weeks after, 2 or 3 weeks after Ultraman Leo from Mill Creek. That's cool. I'm looking forward to Zero movies. I'm not sure about this Ultra Galaxy thing at Jig. It was advertised in one of my old new type lives, but I don't know how I think about it. I'm kind of like, let's hope for the best. What else do we got going on? Obviously, Zenkaiger has gone on for the first 2 episodes. Episode 3 airs tonight, technically, tomorrow in Japan. Toku news. Other Toku news. Kamen Rider the manga is coming to America. The original Kamen Rider. Yes. 7 Seas is doing what they're doing with the Gold Ranger manga and bringing that out later on this year. The whole series in one book. I'm hoping it's hardcover, but I don't know for sure. It sounds like it might be hardcover. I think 7 Seas only does hardcover though. So whatever. Speaking of Toku stuff, kind of interesting. I'm on Yakuza 4 now. I started that on Thursday, and the cop in there is played by Junior's actor from Kaku Ranger. That was pretty awesome, and he looks just like the actor, so that was even cooler. I'm like, oh my god, wait, is that Endo? Oh, it is. Other new stuff. I don't know. I'm sure some of you are going to ask about my thought if I've watched Dino Nights. I do not have cable anymore, so no, I have not watched Dino Nights. And hopefully everyone is hearing me because I've been rambling on and on without even paying attention to the comments yet since I first did some introductions. Oh, yeah, I can hear. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's go right where I left off there with Scorn Sup. So Sup, everyone. Other new stuff that's going on, nothing too much. I've been on spring break, so I've been working on videos. King Kong, I've got Kong Skull Island. I recorded the review. I just have to edit it, which I'm going to be editing on Monday and Tuesday while I'm sort of working. I'm subbing, but I'm going to be working on those. So that's going to be out next week. Hopefully by the end of next week. And actually, maybe I'll make that the week after. And my Yakuza Kiwami 2 review, I just scheduled for Monday night. So unless a copyright claim comes up, it should be all good and ready to go. And yeah, that's about it. I have been watching Turbo Ranger. I'm 21 episodes in. I'm slowly getting through it. I had the last episode I had to take a couple of days break from Turbo Ranger after the last episode I just watched that dealt with a sumo wrestler monster. I can't wait till the real villains of the show show up because, well, one of them's already in there, but I hate this show. Not go on your hate. I just hate this show. And Yakuza. yeah, I've been playing a lot of Yakuza. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, you've probably seen me post a ton, all my trophies and everything. Um, what else have I had going on? We've had not much. Conventions still aren't happening, obviously. I'm going to be trying to do my first dose of the COVID vaccine this upcoming week. Hopefully, I can get scheduled in since we've had a busy schedule. I don't know if you guys know, I know some of you do, about my Discord page. I always never talk about it, but I do have a Discord page. I haven't actually gone on there recently. Sorry, Scorn and Abraga and a few others. I've just, there's been stuff going on, and actually, funny enough, Necrom 002, How's Life Kaiju? Chaotic right now. There's good things, bad things, annoying things, stuff going on, and I've had no motivation to go onto my Discord page and chat. I've just been in no mood to really chat with people recently. For stuff, I mean, Yakuza has been like the main thing keeping me sane lately. But Karelika and I also had celebrated our 20th anniversary 2 weeks ago, which was cool, and it was a nice weekend. We went out to this place. If you're not familiar with Colorado, we went to this place called Garden of the Gods. We had dinner at this really good restaurant called, The Melting Pot, which is a fondue restaurant. We have a friend's birthday who's today. We wanted to celebrate it, but apparently she didn't want to celebrate it with us, so whatever. All right, let's get to some questions, and then I can ramble more on other stuff. I'm sure something will come up. All right, Patty Murphy, I started Turbo Ranger. It's watchable. It is watchable. I'm not a fan of it. The Ranger cast they're too, like the youngest Ranger is 19, and even he looks too old to be playing a high schooler. So putting them in high school, and that's one thing I give credit with Mega Ranger, is that all the cast looked like they belonged in high school. These guys do not look like they belong in high school. This looks like what was that cop show where these guys have to pretend they're high school students? 21 Jump Street, right? That was it, right? That's what I feel like. I feel like these are superheroes pretending to be high school students to spy on the villains, even though there's no villains in the school, really. All right. Turbo Ranger episode, Momosachi Cocktease. Yeah, that one I knew about a long time ago. But I remember when I first watched Turbo Ranger many, many years ago, Raw, I was like, wait, what? Okay. All right, Chandra Chamberlain. I just got all 3 Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit. Which is your favorite Lord of the Rings book and movie? I have not read the books because I just can't get into Tolkien's writing style. It's just, I don't know. His writing style for me is too long-winded, I guess is the best way to put it. He's an amazing writer. He is amazing with what he has to say, with what stories he tells. It's just that his own writing for me, it's too long-winded for me. I don't need like 20,000 pages on how the details of somebody's nose. Movies, though, Two Towers is probably my favorite of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In fact, I got the 4K set for the Lord of the Rings trilogy to watch that I'm going to watch this summer. As for The Hobbit, I didn't like the Hobbit movies. Now, I have read parts of the Hobbit book, and I found it funny how the whole 5 army battle is like 2 pages in the book and like 2 hours of movie. It really was like a bloating of the 5 pages. Let's see, Gita92. Sup, Kaiju? Have you seen Grand Caesar, and is it worth checking out? I saw Grand Caesar when it first came out way back in the early 2000s, and TV Nihon was the only one subbing it in their awful TV rips. I haven't seen anyone do any updated subs for Grand Caesar using better quality, so I can't say if it's how good it is. The show started out interesting, but I felt like it went into this same syndrome that kind of Q Ranger did, where it just started focusing on 3 specific characters or the Fire Tribe and maybe one other character here or there, and that was it. It had such a huge cast, they didn't know how to manage it properly. So the Flame team took over pretty much the entire show once all the teams were gathered together, which was very disappointing. I mean, I don't regret watching it. I just don't think it's spectacular. So if you can find quality rips or fan subs for it, by all means, it can't hurt. I wouldn't pay for it though. If you're gonna buy it from if there's someone that's selling it, don't waste your time. Don't. It's not worth buying unless it's an official release in America, or buying it would get more Toku releases from another company. Speaking of Toku releases, I guess Discotech has said there is more Toku in the plan. So let's hope that's good news for Metal Heroes. All right. Stepzilla 2021. Do you know what Bowser's Fury is? That's the add-on game to the Switch version of Mario 3D World, right? I have heard of it. I haven't paid any attention to it. I have not bought Mario 3D World for the Switch yet because I 100%ed it on the Wii U, and I'll get it eventually for the Switch. But first, I need to actually play through Mario Odyssey, which won't happen until I get through the Yakuza series. Did Leo get delayed from Russian Monitor? Yes, it got delayed till May 25th. I meant to do an news article on the website for this, but again, crap's been going on. Crap happened. Zero movie's nice. Yes, Patty, I'm curious to see where all of Zero's origins come from. Let's see. Ian. Hi there. What is one obscure tokusatsu show you want to see translated? It can be Ultraman. It can't be Ultraman, Kamen Rider, or Sentai. Something different. Well, you didn't say not Metal Heroes, so Jiban would be cool, but something that's not Metal Heroes either. Let's see, and not Garo because Garo's been coming out. Oh. What's it called? Shoot. I can't think of it now. Oh well. I guess Grand Caesar would be cool. See how that does in America. I mean, certainly can't hurt Toho any more than Toho already hurts Toho. Let's see. So yeah, I'll just go with Grand Caesar since that's the one that gets off the top of my head right now. There was something else I was going to say that was older, but now I can't think of it. Scorn, got my first vaccine Thursday. Cool. Psycho. I finished Turbo Ranger the other day. It's fine. It had some great episodes, and the Wandering Bulma were great. But the first set of bad guys are trash, and the heroes don't grow much. But B minus overall. Yeah, I don't like the villains, except for Yamimaru is not bad so far. I know things got better when his partner came in, the girl that kicked his ass so hard he fell in love with her. But the cast, I can't even, we just had finally some character development for learning how they got fairy power, but the only one that's been truly developed has been Blue. He's the only one that's had some sort of child backstory, which was kind of messed up with his friend drowning. Or not his friend's parent drowning. All right, Don. I am enjoying most of the Kamen Rider series that Toei Toku channel is showing. They've been doing pretty much some of the good ones. Kuga I saw is on there. Gito's on there. Blade, Ryuki, and Hibiki are on there. Although they're only doing 2 episodes, so whatever. I still keep hoping that Shout Factory is going to do some Blu-ray releases. Kamen Rider 64. Hey, Kaiju. Hey. Psycho. After Turbo Ranger and the Ultra Blu-rays, what's next? Probably Gokaiger. Unless I take a short break from Sentai, just to do a different Toku show, it's going to be Gokaiger. But then if I do Gokaiger right away, I probably will be taking a break after Gokaiger to do some other stuff, then before I go back to Sentai. Either way, I've got like in the last few years, I've got five. I have 5 Sentai releases planned for this year. That's been my goal. Is that every year I want to get 5 series reviewed. I've been doing more than that. Like last year, I ended up reviewing 7 series. The year before, I think I ended up reviewing 7 series. So I probably will end up reviewing more than 5 series this year. But my goal has been 5 Sentai series per year. This way, I can keep up with my thing to be up to Lupin Ranger by the anniversary in 2025, even though I'll probably be there well before then. Let's see, where am I? Do you know what Bowser's Fury is? I already answered that, right? Did I skip that before? Did I go down before? Oh, no, okay, it is on there twice. All right. Ooh, nice. All right. Thad Kamen Rider fan. I'm not going to give spoilers or anything, but the new episode of Power Rangers was awesome, delving into the show's mythology, something that Ryu Soldier desperately needed. Yeah, Ryu Soldier definitely could have done that. Patty Murphy, Dino Fury. Mr. Allman, I hear ya, cool. I'm still waiting on Shout to release more Kamen Rider, which they haven't announced yet, so who knows when they'll release it. Yeah, I'm confused on what's going on with that. It's like Shout was all excited, did all this excitement for Kamen Rider, and then suddenly it's like after they did the Heisei Generations live stream, which was so stupid that you could only watch it that one time for live stream. That was it. We haven't heard anything from them about Kamen Rider since, which is dumb. Dino Fury, brother. Yep, I'm hearing you fine from Smithers, Dino Fury, and you can watch the episodes on YouTube. I don't think they're legally on YouTube, though. Or is Nickelodeon putting them up on their own channel? It's Dino Fury, not Dino Knights. Yes, that. Sad Kamen Rider. Ryu Soldier had no mythology, but it just came off as nothing but a means of shoving a political message up our ass. I don't know if it really had a political message, but it wasn't a good show at all. Alistair6531, what are your thoughts on the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer? I did a reaction to that trailer, Alistair, when it first came out. I thought it was okay. It didn't wow me. Didn't make me go, oh my god, this is the greatest movie ever. But it had me like, okay, maybe it will be something worth watching in here. I'm still skeptical. I'm going to go in with high hopes and low expectations. We're actually trying to see about possibly renting out a theater to watch the movie with our friends on the big screen. If not, we'll just watch it on HBO Max. All right. So I hope that answers your question. I had just watched Skull Island a few days ago, so I filmed my review for that. Darth Madeira. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sorry for grabbing a copy of the Ultraman. Sorry for grabbing a copy of Ultraman Blu-ray set. I wanted to check it out for myself. Why are you sorry? Okay. Even though I've reviewed all these Sentai shows, like I will still end up buying Goanger if Shout Factory were to ever release it, because one, I'm a completionist, so I want the whole series on physical media if I can help it. Two, I don't want to not buy a Toku release because it could endanger other Toku releases from happening. And three, I don't have a third one. It just sounded cool to say three because rules of three. Don McCullen, the Dino Fury music score also uses choral elements in the score as much as into the EDM, so it's good. That's cool to hear. All I know is the opening theme song I thought sucked. I mean, I don't know what Hasbro was thinking with that. Like when they're all like, oh my god, that was such a great theme. I did not think it was all that good. I thought it was terrible. But it was only like 20 seconds for, what, a minute-long theme? So maybe the full-length version is better. That Kamen Rider, and I'm of course referring to Era's message of human. Oh, I know what Toku show might be cool to see that's not Kamen Rider and all that. The Daimajin show that was done by the guy who did the first half to Hibiki. I've heard that he took the elements that he wasn't able to do in Hibiki and put that into the Daimajin show. Daimajin Kanan, I think it's called. So that would be kind of a cool Toku to see come to America. Now, why did I don't know why, I just thought of that. I'm, of course, referring to Era's message of humans fight each other so they suck speech. Yeah, I guess I could see what you mean there. I don't, honestly, Thad, I don't care about political messages as long as they don't feel forced down my throat. Doctor Who's The Green Death episode from the Pertwee era is one of the best Doctor Who episodes ever made, and that one has a huge political message in it. The difference is the political message is not the sole factor of the episode. It does its message well and does it effectively without making it feel like it's shoving everything down your throat. Like Godzilla vs. Hedorah is trying to shove that crap down your throat. Like, yeah, I'm doing that like a plunger. But I like the new Doctor Who stuff. That stuff is just shoving all their bullshit down your throat, and it's ridiculous. What are your thoughts from Alistair also? What are your thoughts on the Godzilla Singular Point trailers so far? I haven't watched the Singular Point trailers. I didn't even know there were trailers. I've seen the Godzilla design and the Jet Jaguar design, and I am not a fan of them. I just don't understand I don't understand the reasoning to making Godzilla as huge as possible in animation form when you can do whatever you want with animation. Make him skinny and agile like the Showa series because it's animated. You can do the movements he did in the Showa era that you can't get away with in live action, especially when he's huge and ugh. So I don't like the Godzilla design. I kind of like the head, just nothing else. And the Jet Jaguar design, I have no idea. But I haven't seen any trailers. I didn't even know there were trailers. I'm still not sure if I'm going to watch trailers. I might just wait until... Oh, wait, no, I did see a trailer because all the monsters were CGI, and that also bugged me. I don't like this. Japan cannot do CGI well. It didn't work for Ultraman. It didn't work for Berserk. Season 3 of Overlord, it was passable, barely. I hear Attack on Titan's final season is CG galore. Stop with the CGI, Japan. The only time it worked was the new Lupin the Third movie because it fits with the tone of Lupin the Third. And because it actually looked like there was a budget involved. And that's the other thing. Animation studios don't have the budget to do CGI anime series. So don't do it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Kamen Rider 64 Dino Fury's 4th episode came on today. Green and Black made their debut. I saw some pictures on Twitter about that. That's cool. That Kamen Rider fan. Not to mention the fight in the new episode was amazing. Seeing the Megazord be agile as fuck is the greatest thing to come out of the franchise in over a decade. The mech battles were probably the best thing about Ryu Soldier. Because, yes, the mecha was actually agile. All right, what I missed from Zillapuck 2007. Me rambling on and on, talking about a lot of crap. That's all you've missed. I'm sure I'm going to piss someone off on Twitter here, and there's going to be this whole Twitter feed about it for like 2 days, which is still kind of funny. Nick Cooper, good afternoon, Kaiju. Let's see. For me, it is only 11:39, so it is still morning. So good morning, Nick Cooper. The Kamen Rider fan and the new Green and Black Rangers are step siblings. That's cool. I mean, that makes sense. Get on with it. It probably was funnier Russian, and if I had seen that when I was first talking about whatever you're referring to. I will say the one downside of doing this in order of comments is I don't always see what's being commented on when I'm speaking. So I'm like, oh, what part of my rant was that from? Okay, score. Don't worry about the Discord, Kaiju. You take care of you first. Yeah, I know. I keep telling, I've done this Discord, and I'm never even there to converse with people and stuff. So it's just one of those things that I was like, I got to get better at getting on there. People are just sitting there like, okay, what's the point of this if you're never going to be on? Okay. Judge Madeira, congrats on y'all's anniversary. Thank you. Guido92, oh, congrats on the anniversary. Okay, see, now that I know what point of this I was talking about, which was 20 minutes ago. That's cool. So I'm still 20 minutes behind all these comments. Transformers Prime is a Jetman of Transformers in terms of tone. Transformers Prime, I was not a fan of. Amatai Cohen, we all know that you don't like that much Zenkaiger so far, but what are the things you like about Zenkaiger? I like the ideas. I love multiverse stories. So the fact that they're doing the Sentai with multiverse instead of trying to cram all into one universe, which does not work. And I have tons and tons of facts to back it up if someone ever truly tries to debate it and they're actually willing to listen. Because there is one guy online, one of the Toku boards I go to, he swears Sentai's all in the same timeline. And when I show him the facts to prove him wrong, he writes it off as no, there's no proof that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like Go-Go 5 and O-Ranger. He's like, no, they both take place in 1999. There's no proof that Go-Go 5 and O-Ranger can't happen at the same time. I think the fact that the world is kind of conquered in O-Ranger except for Japan is kind of the proof of that fact, but okay. But anyway, so I like the multiverse aspect of Zenkaiger. There are little things I like about it. I like the suit for Zenkaiser. I like that it's like a Gundam Kamen Rider Aka Ranger mix. So there are things I like about it. I like that they're trying something different. I just wish that they were executing it better. But we'll see what happens. Maybe once the team is gathered, things will improve. Thad Kamen Rider fan, since no one else will, I'm going to say that if Izzy, she's the Green Ranger, by the way, doesn't say what you're doing, Step Bro, at least once, Dino Fury will be a bomb and not the fun kind. Doesn't say what you're doing, Step Bro? I'm not sure I understand. Kamen Rider 64, tell your friend I said happy birthday. If we ever actually see her. Darth Madeira, I can relate to that. My girlfriend's birthday is also today, and I have no way to talk to her or send her a present. That sucks. Scorn, I'm so far liking Rob Zombie's newest album. I didn't even know he had a new album. Cool, I'll have to check it out. I haven't listened to anything. I haven't paid attention to any music he's done in a long time. Like the remix album he did after Horses, Wild Horses, Wandering Horses, Zombie Horses. Whatever that Horses album was that had the Devil's Rejects and some other cool music on there. That was like the last true Rob Zombie album I paid attention to. He just pissed me off so badly with his terrible movies that I kind of gave up on him. But then I haven't paid attention to a lot of music recently as well. Like Rammstein, I gotta see, because they had a new album come out like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I haven't checked out. KMFDM had something come out in the last year. Angel Spitz had like 3 albums come out since I last checked them out. So I've got to catch up on my music. And like I was playing, there's this one really cool K-pop band that has this one awesome song that I guess is a brand new song. They're called the Pixies. And the song is pretty awesome. And then there's another Japanese band that I heard that's really cool called the Wagaki band, which they combine new instruments with the traditional instruments. Like, so you got a shmizin with a guitar. It's freaking awesome. Wagaki band. Let's see. Also, you mentioned Garden of the Gods or something. Southern Illinois. We have a place of the same name. It's a big ass cliff, an area of rocks. Yeah. Garden of the Gods here. It's an entire area that's all these big rocks and rock formations and there's like hiking trails and stuff. It's pretty cool. You could spend an entire afternoon there. Russian Wonder, I have a Twitter account. Yeah, I've noticed. Kram. Yeah, I could see that Turbo Rangers cast. They do look like they're in their 20s, which is weird. Makes sense for Mega Ranger, but not here. Yeah, so I was looking up the age of the Turbo Ranger cast. The Blue Ranger was 19. The Red Ranger was 22, and everyone else was 20. It's like, doesn't work. It's like when they had the cast in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man who were in their 30s and close to 30s playing high school students. No. But then again, Power Rangers Season 1, Amy Jo Johnson and David Yost were 21 when they were playing those characters, and they were supposed to be playing the youngest characters of the team. That Kamen Rider friend, have you ever read Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy? Explains how Thrawn joined the Empire. He also teams up with Vader. No, I don't have an interest in Star Wars novels. I like Star Wars movies and TV shows, a lot of them, but I just am not a diehard fan enough to really dive into the novels. I've got other books I need to read first before I would even go into Star Wars. I have to finish the James Bond series from Ian Fleming, the Vampire Hunter D series, both Howard's Conan series and the Lovecraft stuff. So I've got stuff I have to go through that I need to finish before I would even attempt to even bother with Star Wars. And when I say I have like Howard Conan series, I mean I have a great deal of them to finish because I've got the whole collection, but I've only read maybe a third of them. Maybe a third of them. For James Bond, I've gotten through the first 8 books. And then stuff happened and the last one I read was Thunderball. All right. But yeah, so now like I said, I'm not that much of a diehard Star Wars fan where I feel like I need to read the novels or stuff. Even the Disney Plus series, I'm not going to watch every Disney Plus series. I love The Mandalorian, but I've got no interest in some of the other ones, especially if they don't take place during the time of the Empire or just after the time of the Empire. All right, Ian, I'm doing episode 4 of Silver Ninja, and the episode of press conference is being how to defeat Dusk, and I want your best answer of how I should portray the American ambassador. Realistically, the American ambassador should be a freaking dumbass, trigger-happy psychopath. But I think you should do the opposite of that. Actually make him be a competent politician who's young and actually cares about the people he represents. Yeah, I would say go with that one. Be different. Don't do the easy route and be fully don't be the easy route and be fully accurate with an old fart who doesn't give a damn about anyone but himself and his bank account. Darth Madeira. By the way, I'm a prep for you when you finish Turbo Ranger. Start your review on it. Well, thank you. Hey, you know what? It's better than Goanger, so I'm good. And the episodes are thankfully the 17-minute episodes, which I so miss with Sentai. I miss the shorter runtime episodes. I mean, granted, some episodes for all the series could have used that extra 5 minutes, but I love the shorter versions of the Sentai series because they get straight to the point. They don't dawdle around. They don't get excessive in the stock footage. To the point, get it done, end. But sometimes you are like, couldn't you have spent 3 more minutes fleshing that out? Oh wait, no, you couldn't. All right. Zillapunk, what do you think of Kamen Rider 01's second arc? I thought it was way too long and boring. The second arc is in the competition arc. Yeah, I liked the idea initially. I thought Thouser was a great villain initially, but yeah, the arc just kept going. It was so repetitive. You knew how it was going to play out. And then by the end, with what they did with Thouser, made all of the early stuff pointless. I don't think Thouser should have been redeemed. Or if they were going to redeem him in a much better way. Let's see. Let's see here. Don McCullough never got over Transformers when Power Rangers got big. Transformers and even Sentai distant because Voltron were sidelined. Actually, okay, this is how things went for me as a kid. Transformers was like the be-all, end-all stuff. Power Rangers came along. Power Rangers became my be-all, end-all stuff. And then Beast Wars became my be-all, end-all stuff. So that's how it went for me. Thrawn and Vader are the best duo. Sherlock and Watson can go suck it. Gitter 92, sweet. Yeah, I hope it means Metal Heroes gets some love. So do I. Kamen Rider 64. Do you ever own a Wii? Yes, I do own a Wii. I still have my Wii. And that sounded kind of Freudian there. But yes, I have a Wii. Wii. Alistair. Which kaiju designs from Godzilla Singular Point is your most favorite and least favorite? I'll tell you, the only things I have seen is Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, and those are awful. Awful. what is with Jet Jaguar's design? What is that? Like, how did anyone think that mech would be effective in battle? Is it meant to be a joke mech? I don't know, but I don't like the Godzilla design. I haven't really seen the others. Your thoughts on Resident Evil Code Veronica? I've seen many say they'd rather see a reboot of that than 4, which is what Capcom's apparently doing. Code Veronica, I have a lot of fond memories of Code Veronica. It's the reason I bought a Dreamcast. I played that game many times. I loved that game. It's also the game that has the best knife because the knife was actually effective on zombies. I could get through the first little basically I could get through the game without firing a bullet until the first Bandersnatch comes in because I would just kill zombies with the knife because all you do is swipe at their legs and they're done. I really love the game, but I will say that the middle section of the game can get very boring. And it is where I feel like the Resident Evil series did kind of jump the shark. Because it was like, oh, look, another island outbreak. Is like, how freaking irresponsible is Umbrella that all their facilities are having all these outbreaks? How is this a corporation that has lasted this long if they're this incompetent? So I've got mixed feelings. I think I would actually rather see. Okay, I loved Resident Evil 4 as well. It was like an H.P. Lovecraft story in video game form done right. I don't feel it was like a Resident Evil. I don't feel it was Resident Evil, even though the villagers were pretty much evil residents. But I would rather have a game set in the remake universe that finishes the story that Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes started and do a complete ending so that the remake universe can be completed, and then maybe they can do another remake of the original game in that gameplay style of 2 and 3. That's what I want to see. I want to see an actual, real Resident Evil 4 that concludes the storylines in 2 and 3. And I want to see a new version of Outbreak, the Outbreak series. For if there's any video game that can get me to try something online, it's going to be a brand new Outbreak type game. But it has to play like either Outbreak or like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, and not that horrible garbage they did for that online thing that came with 3. Crash. So I hope I answered your question. Crash B has a 4th main game. Crash Bandicoot, yes, I know, it's about time. And it's coming to PS5, which makes me kick myself for getting it on PS4. Russian Monitor, so you've heard that Desco Tech has more Tokus in the works? That's what they said at the stream they did last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago. They were advertising Just Beyond and said that they have more Toku fans are going to be quite happy with something they're working on. So let's hope something comes out of that. Second question, are you into Chinese entertainment, specifically martial arts and fantasy? I'm into anything that, yes, fantasy, martial arts, of course. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but yes, I am. But then I'm also into anything that has mythology involved. I love mythology. I love ancient history, ancient cultures. I love learning about them. So yes. Kira Major or Gokaiger? Amatai, ooh. Let me get back to you on that when I rewatch Gokaiger for review, because I want to have a completely fresh mindset on Gokaiger. Right now, I would probably still say Gokaiger, even though Kira Major did the villains better. But I want to get a fresh mindset on Gokaiger because I haven't watched that show since 2013. Or was it 14? I think it was 14. It was 2013 or 14 when I watched Gokaiger last. So I want to have a fresh mindset on that. If so, then I watched the Netflix show called Ice Fantasy. It has fire and ice theme to it. It has good action, nice music, and every episode has affects the plot. Okay. Fire or Ice Fantasy. I'll try to keep that in mind. I've got a lot of crap. What did you think of Kamen Rider Hibiki from Zilla-Punk 2007? I loved Hibiki's first 29, 30 episodes, and then after that, not so much. I loved how different Hibiki felt. Yes, it is a little bit repetitious, but it had interesting camera angles, music, it had the stylish look to it. The cinematography was outstanding. I loved how they would do all these weird close-ups, and it looked like something Akio Jisoji would have done. I really liked it. And then the second half just became generic, and we had the whole guy who was claiming Hibiki as his father, and Akira suddenly became weird and out of character, it felt like. And what Kamen Rider series will you review next? I don't know. It's going to all depend on what's going on with Shout Factory. It depends also what we end up watching. Like, Krellick has been wanting to watch X8 finally, so if we start watching that, that'll end up being my next Kamen Rider review. But right now, I just want to see what is going on with Shout and Toei before I actually commit to Kamen Rider. Plus, since I've got Sentai, I don't want to... Well, Sentai and Ultraman, I don't want to try to tackle too many series at one time. Basically, it's Sentai, Ultraman, with Metal Hero sprinkled in there. What's worse, Ryu Soldier, Q Ranger, or Go Ranger? Toku Rider Go? I'm not sure yet, and welcome. I am not sure yet exactly because I haven't watched. I don't think Ryu Soldier would be the worst of the three for me because I did at least like the 2 episodes of Ryu Soldier that had where all the ghosts were coming back, like you had where Pink's master came back, and that was so that episode, that 2-parter has a 1-up over Q Ranger and Go Ranger. So it's toss up between Q Ranger and Go Ranger. I'm probably going to go with Go Ranger right now since that's the one I watched more recently after it aired, compared to Q Ranger, which I haven't watched since it aired. Sometimes there are a few series I feel better of when I actually binge watch them, and not watch them as they're airing. Russian Wonder, why Yutaka Hirose rocks? Because he has a lot of charisma, does a lot of great characters, and it's just a fun time to watch on screen. And he's a badass. Zillapunk Q Ranger, definitely. Abbott Nebula, you do have some movie reviews still in your backlog. Yes, I know. I've got Garuda, Calamari Wrestler, the other one from like director of Calamari Wrestler that Advent gave me. I can't think of what the hell was its name. Now I can't think of it. I've got but yeah, I've got some movies in the backlog. I still have the Daimajin trilogy I need to cover as well, which I bought that a couple years ago and haven't covered. And Kamen Rider the first. I'd say Tokujur is the worst. From Darth. The only reason I don't count Tokujur yet, Darth, is I never made it past episode 5, and I'm only counting the worst series right now as the ones I have completed. Pokemon Trainer, I was away for a bit, so I just rejoined, so yo again. Well, yo back. Q Ranger was a series I wanted to love, but it was just too boring, and the characters didn't get the best development. It was way too silly and annoying at times. Well, Q Ranger has Lucky, so annoying is like the core basis for that series. But yeah, the villains weren't developed outside of Stinger's brother, and it felt like after Stinger, the character stopped being all that well fleshed out. Spada didn't have any development. Garu had no development. And I know people were like, "Whoa, they only had 50 episodes to develop so many characters." Yeah, so Gundam develops like 30 to 40 characters in a 50-episode series. Surely Sentai can develop 15 to 18 characters in a series. So I don't agree with that assessment that because they have so many characters they can't develop them. If you can't develop 15 characters in 50 episodes, there's a problem. That there is no reason. So your main cast is 12 characters. Okay, fine. Each of those characters should be getting 3 episodes to their name to develop them. And you can always double up development. There's no rule that says you can only develop 1 character in an episode. Other series have done it. Ginga Man has done episodes where 2 Rangers were developed at the same time. So why couldn't Q Ranger? Kid Ranger, not the worst, but bad. We'll see, Necron. We'll see. Toku Rider Go. I wasn't bothered as much as everyone else by Zero One's middle arc-zilla. I wasn't bothered by it initially, but I did start to feel worn out from it after a while. Especially, I think what didn't help is that long break from COVID. Don McCullen, Sentai, Ultraman. I love Jeed Orb and watching X and Z, and I can live without. But I can live without those. But I do want to see the Jeed crossovers on Z and Jeed's upgrade to the Z henchins. Don McCullen, I even prefer Kamen Rider over Ultraman. Advent Nebula. The Mortal Kombat reboot looks better than Godzilla vs. Kong. Oh, okay. Backtrack. Don, I don't know what I probably would still put them in the order of Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, even though I'm really, really loving Ultraman. But yeah, I probably would still say Sentai number 1, Kamen Rider number 2, Ultraman number 3, Garo number 4, mostly because I like more. Mostly because I only think half of the Garo franchise is good, and then Metal Heroes, poor Metal Heroes. Mortal Kombat, yeah, I wasn't blown away with the Mortal Kombat trailer. I watched it as like, okay, at least it somewhat looks. At least the characters look like they're from the game. But who's this guy that I've never heard of from the games? Who's he? I don't remember him in any game. Don McCullough, I tried to watch the first Ultraman, but lost interest. See, I love the first Ultraman show. I thought I was going to lose interest in it after like a couple episodes, and no, it gripped me immensely. Zillapunk. Yeah, I mean, it had its good parts. I mean, I started the series in November and stopped watching it by part 4, times 2CX8, Build, Double, Ryuki, and much, much more. Delta PS. Hi, everyone. What is your favorite character from Power Rangers? My favorite character from Power Rangers. Good guy or villain? Good guy would probably be... Who would my favorite hero be from Power Rangers? Probably either Sky from SPD, Kira from Dino Thunder, or... Carter from Lightspeed Rescue. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name there. But if you just mean anyone in general, then it's probably Astronema, because Astronema is freaking badass. Don McCullen. I doubt the main theme has choral, but the music score in the show. That's cool. Toku Rider Go. Yeah, the writer did worse overall with 01 compared to X8, but he did better with the ending. That's good to hear. I've heard X8 is pretty good. Shay Smithers, which Shay, check your Facebook page because people were getting friends requests from you, even though they were already your friend. I've heard many people say season 2 of Big O is a huge step down from season 1. Is it still worth watching in your opinion? Oh, that's funny you asked that because I thought I talked about we watched Big O not back in January, 2 months ago. Yeah, we just rewatched Big O. I love Big O. No. I don't think season 2 is a step down from season 1 at all. The thing is, anime in the 2000s were 26 episode seasons. The first 10 or so episodes were usually just episodic to build up the plot. After that, they became more streamlined with a more bigger narrative so that they would the main plot of the show. Noir did it. Gilgamesh did it, although Gilgamesh fucked up its ending. Rasavan did it, which also screwed up its ending. Wolf's Rain did it. Mai Hame does it. Big O does nothing different. The problem that I think people had is that Big O got split into 2 different seasons because of it initially being canceled, that they just wanted season 1 again in season 2. When you watch the show as one big show and think of it just how normal, as like one season, one series, as animes were doing at the time, there is no difference in it compared to what any other anime was doing at the time outside of being creative and noirish and having a different feel because it has a Western feel to it while being an anime. So yes, I think Big O is amazing. Do I totally like the ending? No, I think the ending could have been better, but I thought the season as a whole, the series as a whole, phenomenal all around. There is no difference between seasons 1 and 2 other than you can tell when they went from hand-drawn animation to more digital animation because of the break between seasons. So yes, Big O is amazing and definitely worth watching. Watch it on Blu-ray because you won't notice any of the musical changes compared to the old DVDs. Because there's one episode that the music change did throw me off. That was kind of like, what? This doesn't fit here. There's the only negative I really have to say about this rewatch is the character who was my favorite originally, this guy named Ellen Gabriel. Now rewatching the series, they didn't do much with him at all. So it's kind of sad because I wanted to cosplay as him at one point, and now I'm like, he actually wasn't that cool. Like, there were cool things about him, but he wasn't fleshed out to be that cool of a character, which is kind of disappointing after all this time. But yes, the Big O is worth watching for sure. Zillapunk. Oh yes, definitely 01 had a much better ending the next day. The last 5 episodes are completely saved the series for me. I love the ending to 01. I thought 01's last arc was freaking phenomenal. I thought it was a nice plot twist. And the finale gave me a Kuga feel. Pokemon Trainer, what's better, Zyuranger or Gingaman? I'd say Gingaman, as I feel like Gingaman did things Zyuranger did better. I love both series, but I'm going with Zyuranger all the way. Zyuranger for me, no contest. But I love Gingaman, and it's been interesting watching some Gingaman episodes on Tokusatsu because Krelika bought a Roku, so she's been occasionally watching Tokusatsu, and they've been having Gingaman on there, which has been the Budo arc right now, which finished last night. All right, but I love you. I'll go with Zyuranger, even though I love both. Doug McCullen. I agree with the current DW Doctor Who series regarding political statements is too much. Maybe over time, but it will be okay. I don't even think over time. I think this will be the most forgettable Doctor Who season ever. It's worse than Colin Baker's run, and Colin Baker's run was pretty goddamn awful. I still need to watch Overlord Season 3. Oh my god. Overlord Season 3 is freaking phenomenal, and it has one of the best anime opening songs I have heard in years. Singular Point is Godzilla is proof Toho has a thigh fetish. Yep, I can totally see that. Darth Madeira. Well, I think the most decent anime that was done in CG was Appleseed. I didn't see the Appleseed movie, but that was a movie, not a series. So it probably had a better budget. I got to get some water in a moment. Zillapunk. Well, I only saw 1 episode of Dino Fury. I got to catch up. Love the first episode. Advent Nebula. Season 2 of Big O was great. Shay Smithers. Do you play any tabletop games? Much kaiju? If so, you got any favorites? Tabletop games? Yeah, we play a couple. Settlers of Catan, which is always fun, especially when people like to hoard the sheep, like Chris Lidge Bloodborne. He loves to hoard sheep in that game. But we played the Explorers one where you can go across the ocean. The Pirates and Explorers. You go across the ocean and find new land. I do want to get the American one because it has trains in it. We play this game called Gloomhaven, Betrayal at Haunted Hill House Legacies. We've played the DC deck building card game. I guess that's not really table. Well, is that a table? Would you consider that tabletop? Simpsons Clue. Gotta love the Simpsons Clue. Got Deadpool Monopoly, which we had a lot of fun with back at the beginning of January. We played that with some friends. It was quite fun and frustrating at the same time. Jesus, they need to frickin' come over so we can play some games again. What the hell? What was the other one? Mysterium. And then I can't wait to eventually get it at the end of this year that I participated in the HasLab for, Hero Quest. Hero Quest is like the greatest game ever made. Hero Quest has a set board. You don't need to build things. Hero Quest has doors. Ooh, okay. I'm going to go get some water. Give me 1 moment. Water. Be right there to answer more questions. All right. Much better. But yeah, Hero Quest is like the greatest game ever made. Hero Quest has a I can't do it like the Wandering Bard dude does on his YouTube video. Check it out. Just type in like Hero Quest is the greatest game ever. This dude's video is freaking hilarious and how he just does the whole thing. But yes, I can't wait for Hero Quest. Oh man, I can't wait for Hero Quest. Okay. Toku Rider Go. Bro, Dino Fury is such a good series so far. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's good. Cheesy but very good. Zilla Punk. I know I kept forgetting to see it for some weird reason. Scorn, Master Retracted, Pokemon Trainer. I recently got a figurized standard figure of Kamen Rider Decade. That's cool. I hope it's a cool figure. Unfortunately, I have to head out, so I'll catch you later, Scorn. Well, see ya, even though you probably were, this was probably like 20 minutes ago. Toku Rider Go. I'm not sure about Ryu Soldier as a show yet because I haven't watched it, but Dino Fury opened my eyes to how cool it is aesthetically. It did have some cool ideas in its design department. And like I said, the mech battles were well done because they didn't just pile on all these mechs together. But yeah, it had no plot. Mashirito Dino Fury is better than the other Dino Rangers. That's cool. I don't know. Well, I obviously can't comment. I haven't watched Dino Charge or Dino Fury. Toku Kaiju, what do you think of our information on Two Kaiser? I haven't actually paid attention to any of the rumors surrounding Zenkaiger. One thing, Rider Gull, that I try to do is I try to avoid as much spoilers as I can on a lot of shows and stuff. So, because I like to experience it as blind as can be. So if I see something at times, I'll look at it or come across it. Maybe I'll look at it, but I like to try to avoid as much as I can. Like that's what I do with Kira Major. I really, except for when I was in a discussion on Sentai figures on one of the forums I go to, TFW 2005, I don't pay attention to much of the announcements anymore. I just want to experience everything firsthand. Like I looked at nothing for WandaVision, and then we watched the first 8 episodes in one day because it was so damn good. Like I haven't looked up anything for Falcon and Winter Soldier that came up yesterday because we're just gonna watch it when it premieres. Like The Mandalorian, I knew nothing about season 2 when we finally watched season 2 back in January. So I like to just go in as blind as possible these days because there's too many spoilers now. I want to be surprised at times, even if it's predictable as hell and I know what's going to happen. I still like to go, oh, cool, I was right. Let's see. So I have not looked up anything on whoever Two Kaiser is. I am a bliss cherry fluff belly. Howdy. Episode 1 of Dino Fury is more interesting than most of the Ryusuja, in my opinion. Cool. What do you think of Lupin versus Potrinja? I thought it was a lot of great ideas bogged down into nothingness. No plot whatsoever. Villains had no development. They never explained why the Potrangers wanted to arrest the Lupin Rangers and why there was this big deal about it. I wish they had done more with the cop. Oh God, what was his name? The cop leader, the head of the cops, the captain. I wish they had done more with him. I thought it was tons of potential that was underutilized, went nowhere. Patty Murphy. I actually watched all the Zero movies a few months back. The movies were pretty good, and even the bad ones had some banger fights. Cool. Amitai Cohen. What do you think is the worst Ranger in Super Sentai? I think it's Hammy or Sparta from Q Ranger. The worst Ranger ever? Lucky. I hate Lucky. Lucky for me is the worst Ranger, period. Probably followed by Genta from Shinkenger. Pokemon Tournament Starlight. Then again, the timeline O Ranger is kind of messed up, as it says, started in 1999, but was proven to be 1995. See, the show states 1999, so therefore it's 1999. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Kyurangers proves that Sentai is in a multiverse. Well, technically all the series have been. Ninja was proof that it's in a multiverse when the yokai were there, and nothing about the Kaku Rangers ever fully defeated the yokai, and nothing about Shurikinger being dead. Because Shurikinger should be dead in Ninja. Chevelle's new album rocks from Don. Say a word in Russian. Niet. That's the only word I remember in Russian. One of my friends, or a coworker who was from Russia, was teaching me how to say my name is in Russian. Myapkik. I can't remember it now, but it's been long ago. The last album I listened to was the last Green Day album, and I wasn't even such a fan of that. I've never been a fan of Green Day. Most of the stuff I've been listening to as of late have been soundtracks, game soundtracks, movie soundtracks, all that. Like Castlevania music is always amazing to listen to, especially at Halloween time. Same with the Garo soundtracks. Psychic Lovers, my favorite Sentai band. I like a lot of their tracks. Just their Bokenger theme did nothing for me. Me too. I haven't listened to any Green Day recently. I don't like Green Day. Kamen Rider 64. Do you think that it doesn't make sense for some Sentai teams to be there in the Legendary War? Are you talking about for the Power Rangers version? Because given that Alien Rangers existed, they established many decades ago that the Power Rangers team is not does not specifically revolve around Earth. They did it again with Lost Galaxy, and even in space when Andros had these things that transform. So I don't mind them being in the Legendary War. I think it was great. I just wish they actually did something with the teams. The problem is they did nothing, from my understanding, with the teams in the series. The one before the newest one was amazing, but that last album was weird. Okay, so that's Green Day. Patty Murphy, fun fact in Power Rangers, Lost Galaxy, the Red Ranger actor was 6 months older than the actor who played his older brother. Yeah, it is very weird how things like that work. Excited for the new Marvel movies and shows from Godzilla 100. So am I. Like I said, WandaVision, we sat down to watch WandaVision. It's like, okay, we'll do 2 episodes, maybe 3 if I'm feeling it. And first episode is kind of like, Krelika loved it. I was like, it's funny, but not my thing. Then episode 2, I was kind of like, okay. Episode 3 was like, let's do another episode. Then we watched episode 4. Episode 5, I'm like, the next one's Halloween episode. I want to watch the Halloween episode. We watched episode 6. I was like, why don't we just finish it off and watch 7 and 8? Might as well be fully caught up before the finale on Friday. And that's how WandaVision did, and damn, was WandaVision freaking awesome. Oops. Are you avoiding meat today or not? I will eat meat. Why would I be avoiding meat today? Probably not, because we have another friend, since we couldn't get together with a friend's birthday, we have another friend who's moving to a new state next week. So we're going to we're going out to dinner with him tonight, and I'm probably going to get Nashville hot chicken. So I'm going to be eating meat. I have a Nebula, 31 Vampire D, 31 novels. I've only read the first 5. I can't deal with 30. I've only bought like the first 12. I need a box set. They just need to bring out a big box set of them. Zilebunk, what's your favorite Ultraman series out of Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia? I've only watched Tiga of those 3. I have not seen Dinah or Gaia yet, so it'll be interesting when Shell eventually releases them, so I can finally see them. I love Tiga though. Tiga, I just pre-ordered the Tiga figure art coming because Tiga is one of my favorite Ultra series, and that's one series I love enough that I want the figure arts too. Because right now I only have the figure arts to the original and Ultra 7. I kind of want the figure arts to return and his monsters, but it's been so long since they came out, I can't afford them anymore. They've gone up in price. But so Tiga, I'm getting those ASAP. What's your favorite Showa Kamen Rider series? Black. Black is my favorite Showa Kamen Rider series. However, I will say that I've actually only completed 2 Showa Kamen Rider series, and that's Black and Black RX. It's just I'm going to get through Sentai, man, and now I'm going to finally be done with Sentai soon. So, but it would. Because before the problem was I was trying to watch all these Kamen Rider series before I started the channel, and then when I started to watch the channel, I was like, well, if I'm going to watch something, I might as well review it. And when I started doing all the Sentai stuff, I'm like, okay, well, I want to do Sentai before I do Kamen Rider. So, and not all this Kamen Rider series were being fan subbed and all this stuff. So, it made sense to me to tackle Sentai, especially with Sentai getting legal releases. So eventually I'm going to get through, I will go and tackle the Showa Kamen Rider era, tackle them all and review them all. So but again, I'm just waiting to see what the US plans are for Kamen Rider. I will say the first Showa series I probably will tackle because it's the one I like the most from everything I've seen from it was Stronger. On the other hand, Amazon is the shortest, so maybe Amazon. But yeah, what was I? Yeah, Showa Kamen Rider I've been horribly neglecting. I've watched episodes from the Showa series. I've watched at least the first episode to every series, except V3, just because that one being legally available, there were no fan subs. But Stronger is the one of the Showa series I want to see the most. And I've just lost 5 people, so they didn't like my Kamen Rider comment. All right, anyway, I watched and finished Time Ranger not long ago, enjoyed it, thought the last couple episodes felt rushed to me. I don't think the last episodes felt rushed. I feel like, well, okay, a lot happened because there were a lot of plot points. So I guess in that regard, they could feel rushed, but I felt like they were well paced. But I can see why it would feel rushed, especially the first time through. Instead of spelling SSSSSSSS Gridman, spell S4 Gridman. Patty Maffei, I finished Flashman recently and has now replaced Jetman as my favorite Sentai. I love Flashman. Flashman is great. I probably do like, I mean, if you watch my top 11, I think I do have Flashman higher on the list than Jetman. So I like Flashman more than Jetman as well. Beast Wars was a great series. Nice. I still like Jetman more than Flashman but Flashman is in my top 10. Are you excited for Ultraman Triggered? Probably. That's the rumor that the name of the next series is going to be, right? Well, I can't say I'm excited for it because I try not to get excited for a lot of these Toku shows right now because I'm always disappointed in the long run lately. Plus, it's too soon to get excited for Ultraman Trigger when it won't be probably till July again. No other Transformers show will ever top Beast Wars, though anime comes close. Animated is actually my favorite Transformers series than Beast Wars. I feel like Animated took all the nostalgia from G1, took the storytelling of Beast Wars, and combined them together to make one spectacular series. I can say there were only probably 2 episodes in Animated I did not care for, whereas Beast Wars had 3. Kamen Rider 64. Who are your favorite lead male and lead female duo in anime? My favorite lead characters in anime. Vampire Hunter D is my favorite male character. He's my favorite anime character overall. My favorite male and female duo. So favorite team up. Favorite male and female duo. Ooh, so it has to be heroes who are a team, male and female. What series have a male and female together? Probably Sailor Moon. That's the only one coming to mind that has. I mean, there is Goku and Bulma, but it'd be Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. Or, well, I don't know. Do Frankie and Robin count? Do you count them as lead duos since they're part of the main character? They're two of the main crew for One Piece. Robin and Frankie, do you count them? Maybe. Let me know. I'll get back to your question like 40 minutes when I get there to your comment. All right. Thoughts on Some Call Me Johnny so far? Was that the YouTube guy that I've watched a few things from? If so, I think that's who it is. He seems cool. Nothing out of the way. What do you think of Zyuohger? It had Zyuohger had a great Ranger cast, lackluster villains, terrible villains, but a good Ranger cast. Mario Odyssey is a challenging game and great. Did not really play it, but watched videos of it. It's Mario. It's supposed to be challenging and great. If I'm not screaming at a Mario game, something's wrong. Unless you're that freaking level in Mario Sunshine. Oh my freaking god, I hate that level in Mario Sunshine. Or that one in Mario Galaxy with the stupid. Okay. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Rider seasons from Wizard to present? Mixed bag. I loved Gaim. Build I thought was pretty good until the last 10 episodes. Couldn't get into X8. I gave up on X8 after one episode. We'll watch it at some point. Ghost I couldn't get into after 2 episodes. Geo I gave up on after 4 episodes. Saber I quit after 1 episode. I just don't have the patience for these series right now. I don't know. Kamen Rider has been weird to me. I love Kamen Rider, but I'm not so in love with it, which is why it's not my top. Why it will never be my top favorite franchise. That if I don't like a current series, I don't feel like I'm required to the need to watch it. Like back when after Decade, because Hibiki I never watched all the way through when it initially aired. I came back later. The only reason we watched Den-O as it aired, but we would do it in giant chunks, is because Corellica loved it. But then after Decade, we didn't watch Double, O's, and Forze until the summer that Forze was airing. So we went through Double, we went through O's, and then by the time we got through Forze, the last episode was premiering the following week. Then we watched Wizard and Gaim as aired. We started to watch Drive, and we just had no desire to continue, so we quit that after 24 episodes. I think it was 24 episodes. It just got boring with Chaser coming over and over and over again. So I haven't had the patience to watch Kamen Rider consistently as it's airing like I have with Sentai. The last Sentai show I quit at the start was Tokuger. And part of it's just because I'm a masochist with Sentai, I guess. I'm an idiot. I just, even though I want to quit at times, I can't. It's like with Simpsons. I'm amazed that outside of the Halloween special, we have not watched anything from this current season of Simpsons. And I've been trying very hard to keep it that way. Now, Bob's Burgers we've been enjoying this season. But yeah, Simpsons, I've been trying to not think about Simpsons at all. So much so that I am barely even watching the older episodes I love because I don't want to fall in this trap of, I really should catch up on this current season. But anyway, so Kamen Rider, it's been a mixed bag for me. She Smithers. Now, granted, if Kamen Rider had full legal retail releases in America, then I'd end up watching every series from start to finish and reviewing every series from start to finish as they came out. So there's also that aspect that Kamen Rider not being legally available also has some implications on why I'm not like, oh my god, I've got to finish this series right now. She Smithers. I'm starting to getting to Ghost in the Shell. Solid State Society, basically season 2 of Solid State. No, Solid State Society is season 3 technically of Standalone Complex. It's Standalone Complex, second gig, then Standalone Complex, then Standalone Complex, second gig, and then Standalone Complex Solid State Society. Solid State Society is essentially season 3. Second gig would be season 2. And then don't waste your time with what's on Netflix for 2045. It's not worth it. Oh god, it's not worth it. Pokemon Trainer Q Ranger could be a decent series, but Lucky freaking killed it for me. I could have gotten past Lucky if there had been more substance to the show. That's the thing. Like Deca Ranger, I love Deca Ranger, and I do not like Bond. Although Bond seems tame by today's standards. It's like a horror movie. Horror movies today back then are so tame by today's standards. That's why everyone freaking about Blade possibly being PG-13. I'm like, okay, you do know that Blade's comics would be PG-13 today too, right? Right? And it's like horror movies can be done well in PG-13. The only thing they miss are the freaking stupid ass sex scenes. But whatever. Someone just got mad by that comment. All right. What am I looking at? Where am I? Necrom. What do you think of Drive? I think the first half was a bit show. I actually just answered that. So I'm hoping you heard me. Hey, your review of X convinced me to buy the Blu-ray. Hopefully it will come today because I love X's designs, especially the cyber armors. I loved the cyber armor aspect of X. That was one of the things that really... I want the figure art because of the cyber armor. Russian Wanderer, where's Krolika? She's working right now. Even Metal Heroes trumps Ultraman. Okay. I haven't seen enough Metal Hero series to agree or disagree. But I will say probably because of Ultra 7, I can't agree. Describe Saber in 10 words or less. Garbage. Cynico Char Clone also loves the Psychopath poster. Why, thank you. I got it at a charity auction. It's autographed by one of the character designers, which is pretty cool. And because he also drew a picture of Kogami on there. Let's see. Emperor Yoda, hi there. Hello. Cynical Shark Clone. Big O is one of my favorite anime. Yeah, it's definitely one of mine up there, especially like with Noir and My Hime and Wolf's Rain. I actually was thinking about doing another top 10 anime list because there's so many anime series I didn't put in my original top 10 that I wish I had covered, but it was a top 10 list. And I'm still kicking myself for not putting Boogie Pop Phantom in my top 10 anime list. I don't know how I didn't do that, but I did. Oops, my bad. What did you think of Kamen Rider Gaim? Loved it. It's one of my favorite Kamen Rider shows, which, funny enough, is done by the guy who did Psychopaths. Death Madeira. It's been a long time since I've watched Big O. Yeah, we just rewatched it after years. I watched it on DVD back in like 2008, and then I got rid of it because there were Blu-rays in Japan. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for Blu-rays to come to America. So got rid of the DVDs. Then Bandai went out of business, and then it was like, okay, great. I should have never got rid of those DVDs. And then finally we got a Blu-ray release. So finally we watched it. Don McCullen, I shall say it again. Estrama's Valley Girl act did not impress me. When they made her a cyborg, then she kicked ass. I don't care about the Valley Girl act. I just loved freaking how badass Astronema was. And she had purple hair at times. Purple is amazing. So I loved how it started becoming, what color of hair is Astronema going to have this time? Favorite red and yellow Ranger duo from Kamen Rider 64. For Sentai or Power Rangers? Get back to give me more clarification on that one. In about 40 minutes, I'll get to it. I really hope it doesn't name it. I had to make a new Facebook profile. I got locked out on my account, my phone, and wouldn't remember my password. Okay, good to know. I did like the fact that she wanted to feed the Rangers to Clawhammer during her Valley Girl phase, and the overall story arc was good. See, Power Rangers in Space, Q Ranger wishes it was Power Rangers in Space. Best all-time Power Ranger villain is Vendrix Evox. I don't know Evox yet since I haven't watched Beast Morphers, but Vendrix was cool. Big pet peeve I have for anime is how they handle their episodes. They would do a batch of 10 to 12 episodes, and if it does good, the next batch will come out, meaning some seasons will lack. Yeah, I don't like that anymore. I don't like what they're doing in anime these days. Give me 26 solid episodes in one go, one series, none of this seasonal bullshit. I want it back because I can tell you, imagine if Escaflowne or Cowboy Bebop or Outlaw Star were only 12 to 13 episodes and then if they did well, then they'll do more. No, that's not how it works. Just do a full frickin' 26 episode season and be done with it. And do an actual, make it one series without having to sequel bait or any of that shit. Your thoughts on the Chronicles of Riddick's movies and or games if you've ever played them. I loved Pitch Black. I liked Riddick. I was one of the few people that actually liked Chronicles of Riddick when it first came out. It felt like Macbeth with science fiction elements to me. I'm not saying it was the greatest thing ever, but I loved the entire concept of the necromongers. I loved everything. I loved all the concepts. I loved, again, like it was like Macbeth. The third one that they did that I felt just spat all over Chronicles, no. And I never played the video games. 5 Q Ranger moments, I don't remember any at this point, Russian. 0-1 ending was great. I never expected that. Yeah, the 0-1 ending, really, really well done. Shikager's finale, I thought it was average. Nothing spectacular, but nothing bad. Runner-up Power Ranger villain include Master Org, Ranzak, Mesogog, Prince Olympus, and Queen Benchira. I loved Mesogog. Mesogog is another of my favorite Power Ranger villains. Ranzak, I thought there were cool things with Ranzak, but I felt like I didn't believe his redemption at the end. Like, oh my god, there was no build up to it. We never saw a build up to him acting that way. And then there was that really bad comedy episode where he went when the Blue Ranger and his daughter were trying to go out, and yeah, that got weird. I got to go grab some more water. So let me, Glint Phantom, I will answer your question as soon as I go get a drink. You think after all this time I would think to just bring a water bottle with me over here, but whatever. With 0-1 now all subbed, is it worth binging the series? I definitely think so. I think it's one of the best Kamen Rider series we've had in a long time. Not every episode is great, but they do have some really there is so much good in there that it overrides the negatives. I enjoyed the 2 Doctors and the Mark of the Rani. From Don, I would say Mark of the Rani is the only Colin Baker story from the first season of his that I kind of enjoyed. 2 Doctors I found to be boring. And it sucks because Troughton is usually amazing. I felt like Troughton was just half-assing his role here. Where do you rank Lord Zed? Oh, don't get him on Lord Zed. Don McClellan, the Twin Dilemma sunk. Colin Baker's chance for a good run at Doctor Who. The audio dramas give. Twin Dilemma is until what's her name? Whitaker's premiere. I thought the Twin Dilemmas was the worst Doctor Who story, but then again, Whitaker's premiere probably is still better than Twin Dilemmas because it didn't take 2 hours to get through it. Hers was only 40 minutes. Ian, in one of your reviews, why did you make the joke saying what big legs you have there, Grandma? That sounds kind of incestuous. I don't remember which joke you are referring to, Ian. I don't. So many reviews at this point are like a blur to me. Some of them I haven't rewatched in years because some of my old stuff is hard to rewatch nowadays for me. And I mean, granted, I had to start somewhere, so I get that part, but I might at some point tackle some of the Godzilla reviews again. I have been wanting to do the dubs for King of the Monsters and 85 as a way to re-review those movies in my new format. I just had stuff, just no time for it. And I got some new equipment. I've got a nice new $1,000 Canon 4K camcorder. Of course, as I learned with my WandaVision review, I can't record in 4K and not crash my computer. So right now I had to put the setting back down to 1080p for my Yakuza Kiwami 2 review and my Kong Skull Island review. I had to keep it in 1080p because I don't want to crash my computer again, because I guess my version of Sony Vegas is so out of date it can't handle 4K video. And I got a new shotgun mic that's on there, so the audio is going to sound different in my next two reviews compared to what you have been used to hearing. Let me know what you think. I feel like I need to figure out a method to try to reduce some of the echo that happened, but I feel like the quality of the audio itself is better. It doesn't have that hissing sound that I was getting with the Yeti mic. But yeah, when you guys see my next two reviews, let me know what you think. If you think I should just stick with the Yeti mic, or if the shotgun mic is the better quality in the long run, even with some of the echo going on, which I'm not sure if I can fix or not. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, because I was talking about my reviews at this point are a blur because of blah, 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 blah. Yep. Zillipunk. How do you rank Dino Sentai? Zyuranger, Abaranger, Kyuroger, and then Ryusoger. Pretty much in the order they came out in. Lord Zed is out of the top 10. Sorry, not sorry. You can thank the parents and the media for that. Yeah. I love Zed because of his design and voice. Oh, his voice is awesome. Axelrod was phenomenal. I don't think anyone but Axelrod could have really sold Zed. Odious and Xandred. Odious. I don't know Odious. I hate Zed for marrying Miss Headache. Cue the Pandora song. Hey, at least thing is that when Zed married Rita, they beat the Rangers. I'm going to play Yakuza 5. See you later this evening. See you, Advent. Yakuza 5. Can't talk about Yakuza 4. Okay, Shea Smithers. I recommend Talisman and Arkham Horror if you look up. Arkham Horror I've occasionally looked at. There are friends that my dad and friends play together. Did you see Kamen Rider Geo Rider Time Decade versus Geo? No, I haven't bothered. I'll give Lupin the opening theme to Lupin Ranger versus Potch Ranger was amazing. Oh my god, that was an amazing theme song. Thoughts on the kids? It's a kid show fallacy. Russian, you know my thing on this. I don't agree with the statement. You can't dislike it. You can't give it a negative because it's a kid show. So you're saying kids should have to watch garbage? Is that what the people are saying? That you can't say it's a kid show because it's a kid show? You can't say it's crap? It's like, really? I grew up at a time when our kid shows were Gargoyles, Batman the Animated Series, stuff that had a lot of sophisticated plot lines to them, ongoing stories, subplots, mature elements. Are you telling me that it's okay to just let kids watch garbage because it's a kid's show? I mean, even with Sentai, Die Ranger, Kaku Ranger, Go-Go 5, Time Ranger, Mega Ranger, Gingaman, Jetman, those are all kids shows and they still had a lot of maturity to them. Kamen Rider Blade, Ryuki, Hibiki, Double, they're kids shows. They had a lot of maturity to them. Okay, anyway. I collect movie soundtracks. I usually collect movie soundtracks. I can't find any video game soundtracks physically. You know what? Music is the only thing I've given up on physically. I still have a bunch of CDs, but music is the one thing I have given up physically. And it's mostly because I have a lot of movies and video games. I'd rather have those than music. But yeah, so soundtracks, everything I've got now for music is digital. I can't say I paid for them all because some of them couldn't be paid for, but no, actually, no, I did. The video game symphony stuff I did buy from Amazon. But yeah, soundtracks, music is the only thing I do digital. Everything else physical all the way. Kamen Rider 64 I actually meant the Legendary War in Sentai. Oh, then that I thought the Legendary War in Sentai was fantastic. I thought it did a great job. How come you don't like Green Day? Their music just never appealed to me. I'm more. I love a lot of more industrial and mechanical sounds with classical stuff. So KMFDM, Rammstein, Angel Spit, Nine Inch Nails, Android Lust, Daft Punk, Juno Reactor, stuff like that. That's more of like a lot of the music I love, and then a lot of classical sounding things, especially if it uses a piano or not a piano, an organ or a violin. I love the violin. I wish I could actually play one, but that ain't happening. Will you ever review the Scream movies, Mr. Almond 8? It's possible. I won't say no. Yeah, there's always a possibility I will. I do like the Scream movies, especially the first one. What's better, Chick-fil-A or Shake Shack? I've never been to Shake Shack. So I'm going to say Chick-fil-A. I really like Chick-fil-A. Will you ever do a Batman animated series episodes video, like a top 10 Shea Smithers? Yes. Someday. I was actually planning to do a Batman animated series top 10 video list when Krelika and I were watching the series on Blu-ray 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago it came out or 3 years ago? And we never finished the final disc to the series. The final disc, the last 10 episodes of the entire series. I don't remember what exactly what was going on at the time, but WB just completely disgusted me with Batman, that I just completely quit everything related to Batman at that moment in time, and we never finished Batman the last 10 episodes of the franchise. And I still have all my episodes I ripped for my contenders for my top 10 list on my computer waiting for us to finish Batman the Animated Series so I can do my top 10 list. And the funny thing is, 2 of my top 10 episode contenders are in that last batch of episodes. So yes, I will do a top 10 Batman the Animated Series episodes video. I just don't know when. Warner Brothers just royally ticked me off with the way they've made Batman into the god of the DC universe. Kamen Rider Stronger is good so far. Love the One-Eyed Hotel Manager. Pokemon Trainer, my favorite Kamen Rider opening. Mine is Black RX. My favorite opening. Ooh, that is a toss-up between Blade Brave and Break the Chain. Both of those openings are so damn good. So it's hard. I don't know which one of those I like more. But then again, Break the Chain has that really awesome violin solo part in it. So I might have to go with Break the Chain. Tom McCollin, I might be losing interest on Amazon. Although I kind of like the henshin, the blood and teeth close-ups not interest me. Zillabunk, I believe the reason Shout isn't doing any Ring Riders because they're waiting until they get all the Mill Creek Ultra releases so far on Tokusatsu. It's possible, but I don't know. I wish there was more information. I wish I could just travel to the future to see what's getting freaking licensed in America. Just some Pokemon Trainer Salad. Still working on the Shikinja review. School and work got me behind on working on it, but I'll get off of development hell. Lead male characters and main character, and lead female characters and main female character. Okay, so not the duo. Not like together Kamen Rider 64. So like not like they have to be a team. All right. In that regard, my favorite male character would be Vampire Hunter D. My favorite female character, main lead character for anime, would be Who would be my favorite lead female character? There's a lot of good ones. My favorite lead female character. So lead hero, female hero. Female hero that's the lead character. That knocks Haman Karn out because she's the villain. Oh, ooh, this is a tough one. Who is my favorite main female character of anime overall for female heroes? Let's see. Wow. That is really tough. See, there's Akane from Psychopaths, Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, Hitomi from Escaflowne. I like Sailor Moon, but she's not my favorite. She would not be my favorite lead character because she's not even my favorite in the show itself. That is a tough one. Ooh, actually, does Boogie Pop count from Boogie Pop and others and Boogie Pop Phantom? Because technically the Boogie Pop is a female iteration. Would you count that one? If not, then I'd probably maybe let's just say Boogie Pop. If not, let's go with Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. Okay, thoughts on Spaceballs and Austin Powers? I love Spaceballs. In fact, I think the 4K comes out next week or something. I want to get the 4K. I love Spaceballs. Austin Powers, I like the first two, especially the second one. I like parts of the third one, but the third one is not exactly great. Kasper Pezitsky. Any plans for video game reviews after Yakuza? I have no idea. It depends. I still want to do some more Mega Man videos when I eventually play the Mega Man Zero series. I was originally planning to do the Mega Man Zero series last summer, never happened. But I'll do something on Mega Man Zero when I actually play those games on the PS4. Not sure about anything else. It depends if I can actually capture my gameplay footage, because the one thing I love about the PS4 is being able to save footage from all my gameplay, so that's my actual footage. I mean, I'm sure if I were to ask another YouTuber who's done Let's Plays, hey, can I use your footage? I'll make sure to credit you. I'm sure they're going to be okay with it. But I'd rather use my own gameplay footage. Otherwise, I probably would do a retrospective on Castlevania if I went to use someone else's footage. That kind of already did for Drive. Thoughts on Demon Slayer? Been watching it so far. I'm liking it. Have not watched Demon Slayer. I just learned the manga is completed at 23 volumes. So I'm considering it because since it has an ending, it's not going to be like One Piece or Attack on Titan or any other series I try to get into that has no ending at all so far. I know Attack on Titan is supposed to be ending in a couple of weeks, but I'm so far behind at this point on the manga, it's not going to matter. I'm only halfway through the manga. Anime, I haven't watched anything past season 1. Let's see. Shea Smithers, how would you rank the arcs of Dragon Ball Super from least favorite to favorite? I can't remember all the arcs. My favorite would be the Black Goku arc. My least favorite would be everything that recapped the movies in long form. I say recap the movies, but I really should say extended the movies to like 20-hour things. And the Universal Tournament Extermination arc. That thing was too damn freaking long. Oh my god, that was too long. Kira Major is my favorite Sentai. What? It is Emperor Yodan? Wow. I thought it'd be your least favorite, though, because you lost. I only say Middle Heroes is because I like VR Troopers, but I do want to watch all the shows. They used it more. Bandai just left America. Yeah, Bandai left America. They suck. Can you do impressions of modern Sentai villains? Ginta and Lucky. No, I can't. There's Madeira. I kind of agree with the anime episode opinion, though 13 episodes isn't too bad. Some animes work as 13 episodes, but again, the show is planned to be 13 episodes, then it's 13 episodes and that's it. None of this, well, we're going to make 13 episodes, but we're going to leave it off without concluding the story just in case we want to make more episodes after. Let's see. Pokemon trainers, how did the cards in Ryuki look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Oja is the one who uses a fusion monster. The fusion cards in Yu-Gi-Oh are purple. Yep. Oja is purple. Coincidence? I think not. I think it is a coincidence, but Oja is my favorite Kamen Rider Ryuki character, so it doesn't matter. Kaspa, through anime you mentioned weren't adaptations? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking. Through anime you mentioned weren't adaptations. Not sure what you mean. I've not seen Q Ranger, but chances are it is a wannabe in space. Tried to better it, but it couldn't. It happens. Ransik's daughter, I could care less for, but hey, Ransik loved her very much. He never abused her, and is only when he almost killed her is when he realized he needed to pass his spines. Yes, but see, it happened too quick for me. It just happened way, way, way too quick. Will you ever tackle Spider-Man? I probably will at some point. I'm just in no rush to watch Spider-Man. There we go. Darth, fun fact, the costume for Master Org in Wild Force is the same as the Gorma Emperor in Die Ranger. Yep. That's why I like to make the joke that Wild Force is basically American Gal Ranger with a bootleg Gorma Emperor. I met Fraser Hines, and I can say they all had a good time, and that is what he told me. I believe him. Yeah, Fraser Hines, it's awesome that you got to meet him. I'd love to meet him, and yeah, he's great in all the Doctor Who interviews we watch, because we watch almost all the extras for all the classic Doctor Who stuff that's on the DVDs and Blu-rays. And Hines always seems to, he clearly loved everything about the show. Mr. Allman, Don, you might want to delete that spoiler. Beast Morphers for Kaiju no Comics Egg. It's a little late. Kamen Rider 64, favorite Red and Yellow Rangers duo from Sentai and Power Rangers, for example. Power Rangers, Jason and Trini. Okay, I would say, okay, I just want to do some clarification. Die Ranger, Ryu, and Kazu. Ryu and Kazu, amazing. Tatsumi and Dolmon for Time Ranger, amazing. Who else would be top? Some favorite Red and Car Ranger, Red Race, Kyosuke, and Yellow Racer. I can't think of her name now. Jason and Trini were a cool combo. See, I wish I could say Andros and Ashley, but I hated Ashley. I really disliked Ashley. Connor and Kira. And Jack and Z. Well, actually, probably Jack and Z would probably be my favorite Power Rangers duo. I told him before, plus it's easy to find. I only had back until it was screened. I agree. Robert Axelrod voiced Zed well. Being Rangers eventually. Cliff on didn't know why they call him Cliffhanger. As long as you don't spoil it for him and you knew beforehand. I'm trying to avoid it, Mr. Allman. I can't say he exactly spoiled it for me. I'm just trying to stay oblivious to everything. Pokemon Trainer 7. June Ranger is a kid show, yet we have the not wicked witch of the West kidnapping kids for a satanic ritual. Explain that. It's so true. It is so true. Not to mention Kaku Ranger, the yokai that was going to slice the head off on the kid to sell him to a guy who's going to eat him. Geeter, heck yeah, tell the truth, Kaiju. That's my problem with most kids' cartoons. They're crappily drawn and badly written. Agreed. Zane Mitchell, please review Ben 10 and American Dragon Jake Long. Ben 10, all right, fine. I'll review Ben 10 right now. First series, pretty good. Alien Force, seasons 1 and 2, phenomenal. Season 3, garbage. The one that came after that, when Kevin became Metamorpho, that's where I dropped the show. Everything just felt completely wrong, and I have not watched Ben 10 since. Cheese Smithers, thoughts on the original Tron movie and its sequel, Legacy? I loved Legacy. Legacy was freaking amazing. I am so mad Disney never bothered to make a third movie while they continue to make other crap. They made another Maleficent movie. Why did Maleficent get a sequel when Tron Legacy did not? The original Tron is okay. Not exactly great, but some good ideas. I actually saw Legacy before I saw the original Tron. So it was completely like a night and day difference for me. Personally, I think Warner Brothers screwed over the DC heroes since the DC cinema. Yeah. But Warner Brothers has done such effective marketing that everyone thinks Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League is good. So Warner Brothers has done something smart somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, all I'm seeing is like, oh my God, you need to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't need to be bored for if I want to be bored for 4 hours watching these characters, watching not superheroes act not superhero-y, I'll watch The Watchmen. If I want to be, I don't want to sit there bored waiting for DC superheroes to show up to kick these Justice Lords wannabe out of their place. Oh, and I've never actually watched American Dragon Jake Long. I forgot to answer that one too. Doug McCullen, and do you realize how the Star Wars comics adapt some movies are spoilers themselves, although there are some differences, but the story is the same. Somehow we got into Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Let's see. Okay. Have skipped a few. There we go. If you'd make a nightmare team of your least favorite Sentai warriors, what would it be? Lucky, Daigo, Genta. Lucky, Daigo, Genta. Let's do the 3-man team. Lucky, Genta, Daigo. And that's Daigo from Kyoryuger, not Daigo from Die Ranger. Better safe than sorry, none. Favorite Spaceballs and Austra Power moments? Well, Rush from Wander, I don't know. There's so many great moments from Spaceballs. I mean, you've got the when is now, now is now, when's that, then, this is now, that we've got the suck. And I love the beginning of the movie when the ship is just continuing to go along across the screen and the music sounds like it's getting impatient with the ship. Austin Powers, I think my favorite moment is from the second movie when Austin and the girl are in the tent. They're looking for stuff from the bag, but to all the soldiers standing outside the tent, they're just watching this. That's probably my favorite scene, along with the comments from when Seth Green's like, aren't you going to just kill them? No, I'm just going to let them stay there, and I'm going to just assume that everything went according to plan. Oh, Dad, I can go up to my room and get a gun. We can shoot them together. Those are my favorite moments. What am I fighting for? What's your favorite Ultraman series? From Jason Adamzik. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably not. Ultra 7, no contest. Ultra 7 is just all the way. It's the one Ultra series that is completely different from all the others. That despite it has a few flaws, and I don't like how the Ultra 7 costume deteriorates as the series goes on, even though it kind of works in the context of the story, since Ultra 7 is getting weaker as the series is progressing after the attack from the chipmunk sounding guys, the alien pole. I just feel like Ultra 7 is the most unique of all the Ultra series. Let's see. I'd love to see Shay Smithers. I'd love to see you do review retrospectives on Metroid and Legacy of Kain. I would love to do those. Again, though, I wouldn't be able to use my own footage since I can't pull them on the PS4. Now, if they ever were to remake Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I wish there was ways I could pull the footage so I could do my own Metroid and Legacy of Kain stuff. Are you going to review? It's Corellica. Yo. I'm in my live stream, so hurry up. All right, and see if you can pre-order Nocturne yet. All right, bye. You already disturbed me, though. Let's see. Zane Mitchell, I already answered those questions. I hope you saw. Oh, Danny Phantom. No, I've never watched Danny Phantom before. When is your Turbo Ranger review, Tyler Ward? No idea. I am 21 episodes in, so it's going to be a little bit, I would say expected probably mid-April. It's going to take me a bit to get through that one. It's going to be before Ultraman Leo, now that Ultraman Leo has been delayed till May. Would you make a top 10 Hammer horror films? No, I would not, Mr. Allman, because I've only have watched maybe 10 Hammer horror films. So I've watched 4 Dracula movies. The first one that was kind of like an adaptation of the book. The sequel to that one, I think it was 1972 AD, and one of the ones between those, The Mummy, The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, The Gorgon, which I really liked, Curse of Frankenstein. I've only seen 8 Hammer horror movies. So no, I wouldn't be able to do a top 10. It'd probably be a long time before I ever get to do one of those. But it might make a cool list at some point when I do eventually get into more Hammer movies. I loved everything about it, including myself. I would have won if I didn't take off my mask, but of course heroes have to win. Yes, I agree, Emperor Yodan. Kamen Rider 64. Now, who are your favorite male protagonists from the same series? It could be an anime or something. All right, Kamen Rider 64. Let's see. Favorite characters from the same show? Robin and Frankie from One Piece. There you go. Robin and Frankie from One Piece. Russian Wanderer. Secret. Press the right and left buttons on each Mega Man game in the Legacy Collection. 5 Jetman moments. 5 favorite Jetman moments. Tranza's transformation when he first beats the crap out of Ryo. Ryo is Die Ranger. Ryo is Die Ranger. Ryu is Jetman. Radaget's episode when he gets turned into a human with no memories, and then he gets his memories back and kills the girl. Anything with Gray, especially the entire episode with him in black in the casino. The Neo Jetman stuff was pretty interesting, especially because then it showed government interaction with everything. And the Those final scenes with Maria. Favorite and least favorite female rider? There's not really much to choose from. I mean, my favorite is the girl is Yua from Zero. My least favorite would probably be the girl from Femme from Ryuki because she did nothing. Because she was only in the movie, so she didn't make an impact at all. You watched Tiga because you missed it. What do you think of Ultraman Mabius? I have not seen Mabius yet. I thought Ashley from Power Rangers was okay. I didn't like any of the cast that replaced the cast. And I just hold on a minute. I just lost my place. Whoa, holy crap. There's a lot to get through. Okay, I've got to start speeding this up. Where was I? I saw that. I answered that. I answered that. I answered that. I answered that. Yep. Here we are. Ashley. Okay. Speeding time. A subshift morpher, which means only one of the event was changes. She Smithers thoughts on these games. If you've played them, Final Fantasy IX, Okami, Shadow of the Colossus. Final Fantasy IX is the only one of those three I've played. I own Shadow of the Colossus, never got around to it. I love Final Fantasy IX. It is my second favorite Final Fantasy, right behind 6. I never got to play Okami. I wanted to play that one too. And like I said, I have Shadow of the Colossus. Just never got around to playing it. I never got around to playing the remake. Please review American Dragon Jake Long. Like I said, I've never seen it, but I will never say no, just in case. True, but marketing and airing are two different things. True, Shazam was a great movie. WB did justice to it. And the first Wonder Woman movie, yes. Shazam was fun, like it should be, and Wonder Woman's first movie was really well written. What do you think of the Tom and Jerry movie? I personally hated it. We did not watch Tom and Jerry. I have no interest in Tom and Jerry. True, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the movies are crap. Are you going to do Turbo Ranger? Yes, Noah JK. I am going to do Turbo Ranger. I am working on that right now. I am on episode 21. Don't forget merchandising. Like I said, Russian, there are so many great moments in Spaceballs. There's a lot to choose from. At least it took a page from Roger Rabbit rather than make it a musical, even with the best composer behind it. Definitely was better than the Roger Rabbit movie, that's for sure. What? Favorite Sentai opening theme is Time Ranger. My favorite is probably Time Ranger as well, or Die Ranger. Both of those openings rock. The Time Ranger opening is just so damn good, and you've got that organ in there. More Ultraman on the way. A Blu-ray. I'm currently watching Gridman on Toonami. Showed up after your review. Awesome, Jake. Are you enjoying SSSS Gridman? I'd like to see Tiga in his glory without the 4Kids dub, although I like the theme music used for the dub. I saw 5 minutes of that 4Kids dub when it was airing back in the day, and I was like, nope. All I recall is the commander lady was like this airheaded moron, even though she's supposed to be intelligent and smart. And yeah, no, it was 4Kids being 4Kids. Unpopular opinion, I enjoy Mega Ranger more than... I don't know, is that unpopular? Because I think Mega Ranger is way better than Power Rangers in Space, and I love Power Rangers in Space. Favorite Sentai Ultraman Kamen Rider ending. Mine's actually Kaku Rangers ending. I'm assuming you mean ending song. If so, my favorite ending Sentai song would be... I actually don't know. Maybe Deca Ranger? No, it wouldn't be Deca Ranger, but Deca Ranger's got a good one. Whoa, whoa, there's a lot here. Wait. Okay. What's going on here? This is acting weird. All right. Ending theme. Oh, frickin' far. Ending theme. What's an ending theme I like? I don't know. I can't think of ending themes off the top of my head right now that I really, really, really love beyond the Deca Ranger ending. So we'll go with Deca Ranger for this moment in time. I like the 4Kids theme. Ugh, I don't like anything 4Kids. Nothing is better than Take Me Higher. Take Me Higher is awesome. Especially when they do the full version in the episodes where you have the whole synthetic build-up to the song. Is Turbo Ranger getting better, worse, or the same? Based on the last episode I watched with a sumo wrestling monster, worse. Because it completely killed... I stopped the show after that. After that episode, I was like, I'm done. I can't watch anymore today. and I haven't watched, and that was Wednesday. I haven't watched any more since. Jake, have you been watching Kamen Rider on YouTube that has been uploaded? No, I've clicked on it just to get some views, but I have not actually sat down to watch them. The quality's just not that great. I love Vyram from Jetman. They are my favorite Sentai villain group, right next to Gorma and the Nejire. Where did you hear about the discotheque confirmed Toku plans? They said in their live stream last week or something when they were talking about that Toku fan, that they've got more Toku, that Toku fans will be happy with something or other. Diane Martin or that pink lady from Gaim. Diane Martin's not in Kamen Rider. Oh, Diane worse. Wow, pink lady was also bad because her whole thing was I'm only gonna do this because I'm in love with you. But she had more lines than Diane, so I guess Diane was worse. Did you ever watch the original Gridman? I watched the first 2 episodes when it was on when Subaraya was putting it up on their YouTube channel, but I couldn't get into it that much. Part of it was had this annoying, distracting border on the sides that I couldn't focus all my attention on the episode because of that. What's your favorite kaiju in the Godzilla series? From Velis Tork. Favorite kaiju in the Godzilla series besides Godzilla, Ghidorah, or Mothra? It's Ghidorah or Mothra. Although I love Rodan and Geras and Gigan and King Caesar. All right. Do you still watch Toonami on Saturdays? No, I do not. Shay Smithers. We don't have Toonami, or we don't have cable anymore, so no. And anyway, I stopped watching Toonami years ago, because I got tired of commercial breaks. If I can watch something without commercials, I'll do it. Which is kind of funny because I need commercial breaks in my YouTube videos to make money. Although YouTube has been adding extra commercials recently in everything. Like, holy crap. It sucks, which probably explains why my ad revenue got shot up so much recently. Because I'm now making over $100 a month, it seems like, in ad revenue. And I think it's because they added more ads. Because I can't even change like my ad breaks anymore on YouTube. It seems like that the ad breaks are now locked or something. Weird. But yeah, I don't like commercial breaks, and yet I rely on them. Yeah. Ending songs. Yeah, that's what I figured. Like I said, I think I'm going with Decarinja. How come you don't like Ashley from Turbo in Space? Same reason I don't like Carlos. I don't like TJ, and I don't like Cassie. I don't know what it is. I just feel like their characters just never really appealed to me. I feel like I didn't like how they just replaced the older cast out of the blue. There was no build up to it. It was just, oh, you're replacing us. Okay. Plus, I think Ashley was more of a spoiled little brat. Pokemon Trainer, one of the best things 4Kids had done is releasing the uncut dubs. Yeah, until they canceled them after like 8 episodes, which made no sense to me. I loved Mega Ranger a lot more than in Space 2. Favorite Red and Blue Ranger duo from Sentai and Power Rangers. Red and Blue, Die Ranger again. Gotta go with Rio and Shoji. Red and Blue. Red and Blue, Red and Blue, Red and Blue, Red and Blue, Red and Blue. Favorite Red and Blue duos. Favorite Red and Blue duos. Jetman with Red and Blue. Maskman. Maskman had a really good Red and Blue team Ranger cast. Red and Blue were really good in that one. For Power Rangers, let's just jump to Power Rangers. Red and Blue in Time Ranger again, and in Go-Go 5. But Power Rangers. Power Rangers, what had the red and blue combo I really, really liked. Red and blue. Well, Dino Thunder again. SPD. SPD. Well, SPD just had a great cast all around. SPD would be in any of those categories you decide to throw in for me. Definitely get around to playing Okami. It's a fantastic game. You know, I've had so many chances to play Okami. I mean, it came out for the Wii, and then it was re-released for the PS4. I just don't think I'm destined to play that game. But then again, look, I am playing Yakuza after so many years, so you never know. Jetman's ending is up there for me, definitely. Velas Tarek, mine's Godzilla, second is Mechagodzilla, and third is Gigan. Pokemon Trainer Saturday yesterday, me and my brother watched our first kaiju film, which was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. What did you think of it being your first kaiju film? I'm curious to know. I'm predicting 1 hour, 2 out of 5 for Turbo Ranger. I say I really love the villain designs in the show. Yeah, it's just too bad the villains don't do shit. They've had less screen time than the frickin' fairy girl. Actually, they've had less screen time than the damn teacher. And the teacher's not even in every episode. Time Ranger's ending. Oh yeah, the Time Ranger ending was amazing as well. Worst Red Ranger in Sentai. That is not lucky. Daigo. 5 Go-Onger moments. 5 favorite. Am I? Oh my. Wait, am I all caught up? Hold on a minute. This can't be right. Am I all caught up? Oh my god, I'm all caught up, and I'm only at 2 hours and 6 minutes? Whoa! I bored people to death if they left. Okay, 5 Go-Onger moments. 5 Go-Onger moments. Thinking, but you mean good moments, right, Russian? Because... 5 positive Go-Onger moments. It ended? Will you accept it ended? I did like the samurai mech from the movie. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1:30. That's why I'm getting hungry. So it probably is a good thing I How do you want me to review my experience with this, Amazon? You haven't even delivered the damn product yet. You still don't even know where the frick it is. Okay, anyway, I've got nothing for Go-Onger. Sorry, dude. Nothing for Go-Onger, except for it ended. Favorite Blue and Yellow Ranger duo from both Sentai and Power Rangers was, as I said, Blue and Yellow from SPD for Power Rangers. Die Ranger again. Anything. Die Ranger's like SPD. Anything works. Time Ranger again actually works too. Blue and Yellow. Jetman. They did a really good job in Jetman with Swallow and Owl. Flashman with Yellow and Blue. And I will say Hurricaneer did even though I wasn't a total fan of the goofiness of Hurricaneer, the Blue and Yellow Rangers did pretty good, had good chemistry together. Blue and Yellow. Deca Ranger. They did a good job in Deca Ranger with Jasmine and Deca Blue. All right, I'm going to move on. Top favorite Legend of Zelda games and why? Well, Ocarina of Time, I played it for the first time on the 3DS 10 years ago, and it lived up to the hype immensely. Wind Waker was such a fun game. I loved the whole concept. I thought because originally it looked like Zelda South Park style that I was going to hate it, but no, I loved it. The story was well done. The characters were all interesting. I loved the gameplay aspects. I'm like, wow, this was a really damn good game. My next one is a toss-up between A Link Between Worlds and A Link to the Past. Those two, I'm not sure which one I like more, but both are great in their own regard. Both are kind of practically like the same game, but I did love the aspects of in A Link Between Worlds when you could actually go into the wall and just walk around as wallpaper. That was pretty awesome. And then after that would be Twilight Princess. Man, why are all these things escaping me suddenly? But Twilight Princess would be my 5th favorite Zelda game. It feels like it does feel like it's Ocarina of Time 2.0. There's just so much going on in it, though. It's so good. I love the entire concept of the game. I love the aspect of getting turned into a wolf. The boss fights were really ingenious, especially the skeleton boss when you're on the spinning wheel and have to go up the tower to attack his head. That was pretty freaking awesome. We both liked the movies. We agreed that the movie was a bit long than it needed to be. Which movie at this point? Was that which movie, Pokemon Trainer? All right, Restaurant Wanderer, Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC? McDonald's. Out of those 3, McDonald's all the way, then Burger King, then KFC. I'm still here and I'm not bored yet. 5 bad Go-Andra moments. Dude, like the whole series was G3 Princess, bad. Turning Gunpei into a freaking child molesting creep. Ugh. Turning Gunpei into this comic relief character. Turning Lord Zedding Hiramekimades when he went from this big serious villain to this goofball. And the mechs being living beings from cars. I'm here just looking in the chat. 5 Q Ranger moments, except you hate it. I don't. Okay, 5 good Q Ranger moments. Let's see if I can remember anything about Q Ranger. I did like when Phoenix Soldier first showed up. I did like the development between Stinger and his brother. I did actually like the concept of the Rangers going to 2, like, branching off. One went back to the past. The other ones went to do something else. I just didn't like the execution with how quick it was. I thought it should have been like 10 episodes long. But I did like the branching path one. Come on, 2 more. I did like the puns from the Purple Dragon dude. And come on, 1 more. There's got to be 1 more, right? 1 more. 1 more. Come on, 1 more. 1 more. I've got no more. I don't have a 5th one. Sorry. Do you think the return of... Oh, wait, no. Thoughts on Homer versus Dignity? Let's not go there. No, let's not go with there. There is no dignity in that episode. Do you think Return of Ultraman is overrated? No, because actually I never even heard too much about Return of Ultraman before I finally saw the show, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So no, I don't think it's overrated. I think... I can't say I think any Ultra show is... Well, yeah, I can't say I think any Ultra show has been overrated because I haven't seen anything that's been super hyped up that I didn't like. I will say Ultraman Leo is not one of my favorites. Most overrated Sentai show to you? I like Shikinger, but I do feel people overhyped it too much. I love it, but that one... It was a lot of people's first Sentai series, and I feel like a lot of people did overhype it way too much. All right. Since we are getting to the end, I've got these last few, and then I'm going to go get some lunch. On how about Zelda and Halloween have an alternate timeline in their respective franchises? A lot of franchises have alternating timelines, but yeah, that is actually quite interesting. Branching timelines. Kamen Rider 64. Pick 2 platforms you want to see crossover game in a crossover game that utilizes both their gameplays. 2 platforms. Platformer and Western RPG. Now we already got that. Metroidvania, and we got that too. I don't know. I do not know actually, because everything I can think of has been done. Because Metroidvania has been done with RPGs, Castlevania, Metro. So yeah, I don't know. Yakuza does pretty good at combining brawlers and RPGs as well. Speaking of discotheque, Tokusatsu maybe just being on Crunchyroll got so many views, they decided to sub more Toku. Maybe. Skull Crusher Gaming, have you watched ReZero? Do you watch anime? I do watch anime, but I have not watched ReZero, whatever you call it. All right, I think I am going to stop here, though, and get some lunch, guys. So, as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, bye. And check out my Discord. Or contact me if you need the Discord. Oh, wait, not yet. Let me just see what he... All right, real quick, I see platformers like Crash, Spyro, Gex. Please, no, please don't you, I haven't, I'm gonna commit, comment. See you later. See you next month then possible. Catch you later. Catch you no coming. Have you seen the Kamen Rider SD OVA? I was looking my last comment. I have not. Sorry, Skull Crusher. I know you just got here, but post me a question real quick and I'll answer it real quick. Platformers like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Gex the Gecko. I would like to see Gex come back. No, please. I'm gonna come in. Skull Crusher Gaming, come on. I'm waiting on you. All eyes are on you. Come on, Skull Crusher. I'm giving you an extra minute. It's 2:17:01 at 2:18. I want your question or I'm leaving. Nah, that's cool. Yeah, I know. I feel all right. I do gotta run because I am hungry. So sorry, Skull Crusher Gaming, if you're still here. For realsies, see ya. Girl, gun, lady. I have not Russian. See ya.